Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Sim Airport, where we get to continue work on Uthris International. So, what we got going on today is moving on to the second kind of terminal gate set. I'm going to call this Gate B. However, it looks like this is still Gate A. I don't know if these end up getting updated and changing numbers over time, but we'll find out. We have a couple of things to work with. I've been saving up some money. We're up to close to $1 million. Not quite there again. But let's just go ahead and start laying out some foundational elements that then we can use to expand and gain territory with our wonderful airport. So let's drag out a whole bunch of stuff here, because the quicker and sooner our people can start building, the quicker and sooner we can get into the fun bits, which is detailing and making sure everything is up to snuff. Boy, a lot of walls going down in this area for sure. But we're going to gain a pretty massive territory if you think about it. Also, lag is becoming an issue with the airport just due to the amount of people we have going throughout. It's really only when I'm recording. Without recording, it's a little bit better and a little less choppy. I have a feeling that my recording is just taking up that little extra bit and not leaving much behind for the game. So, let's go ahead and maybe hire a few more staff, because we want to get these dead lots broke. Really, this is a lot of the cause of the lag, most likely. We have a lot of passengers kind of tied up in this area back here, mainly due to deliveries not being turned around fast enough whenever we do a massive expansion like this. So we'll just hire more workers, give these guys plenty of room so they can drop off all these boxes, get out of the way quickly. And hopefully somewhat more efficiently. And when I get to building in city skylines, my traffic shouldn't be this bad. There's a lot more options to do in that game than, say, this one. So we'll find out how that goes at a later date. But we are currently down to $300,333 and 673. So that is mainly due to just the foundation. The foundation is a big part of expansion. It's also a lot of the cost. But we can slowly start tearing down some of these overlapping wall elements, start opening up the pathways and main artery lines to these buildings, because they will provide a huge amount of area. We're going to pick up 3 more restrooms on this lower wing. I am thinking about expanding this terminal all the way around, just to, because this is our giant terminal. If you think about it, this is the international corner. It's going to be hooked up to this large aircraft gate, but everything else is a little bit smaller, so we don't really need to use that. Wow, look at all the people just pouring out over in the drop-off zone. It's a whole bunch of people there. Eventually, we will get some roads laid out over in this direction, kind of southerly and more centralized into the structure. This will be the proper drop-off zone and garbage pickup zone. That way, we never really get that traffic jam along the main road. We have the buses pulling off on these little side loops, picking people up there and dropping them people up north as well. The flow of people is pretty much in a nice big circular motion going through. I think we have like 2 little circles that kind of just feed into the center point, which is the main exit point that most people use, because it's kind of the quickest route and really the only route back to baggage claim down here in the southern area. We have about 500 people in the airport right now, plenty of arrivals and things like that. And I'm just waiting for all this to be built. It takes a lot of time. I get the feeling that pathing is a major drain on the game's performance. And with all these workers pathing around, plus all of the other people kind of throughout the airport, it is creating a bit of an issue with the game. Not much we can do about that. It's still a super early access, so it might take a couple restarts to get through this episode as a whole, but you know, hopefully we can get through it relatively quick and with ease. If you take a look at how much money we're making, we hired a whole bunch of staff right now just to make sure this stuff can get built, which is fine, but it's gonna end up being pretty expensive to pay these guys all the time, so we're gonna end up having to do some sort of major firing spree at a certain point, I think. There we go. Let's get rid of you. Maybe because the zone isn't fully built yet, I can't really do much with it. There we go. Now I can delete these walls. It kind of feels like either because the game lags a bit now, or due to some zones not being completed, you can't actually go in and maybe edit them. But I'm trying to delete walls as we go that are just a little redundant and unnecessary at this point. Wow, look at all this crew going around, getting up all these walls and utilities for the airport. You know, this might end up being some sort of lounge type addition onto this terminal gate, just because it's a little bit more of a large area. They might deserve their own little lounge type section. It might be pretty cool to do something like that. Now, of course, they're not going to quite use it like a lounge, but it would be pretty nice if they did. There definitely needs to be more zone-specific buildings. There needs to be a lot more items in the game, but hopefully, as the game progresses through the development stages, the coders and things, the developers, if I can speak, will work on that for us. Because right now, in theory, a lot of this is actually not a hard game. It's pretty easy as long as you're able to get some planes in, start turning around and getting money. At that point, it's either just a waiting game and then more planes and more money. Alright, so this is the new kind of southerly terminal attached. And we will go ahead and place down some normal aircraft gates. There we go. And we'll have to build a few doors. You want to make sure these guys can actually access their planes. Cool. So up here, since these are going to be like the really, really large planes, I want more than just 3 gate agents probably. We'll probably bump it up to 4. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll assign these real quick. Gate agent desk. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that, and we can get a pretty decent queue in here, plenty of seating and stuff, and then our little makeshift cafe will be back there as well. So let's get some comfortable chairs for these passengers. They are staying a bit longer. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Should probably space it based off this wall here. Yeah, that'll work out for us. Alright, and then we can get some... I guess we can build that wall back, and we can just leave it a nice open archway through here. We can also think about adding some new elements. So 6. Okay, 6. And on the 7th, we make our column. And just like that, we have that main kind of thoroughfare built. We can go back and extend the tiling that we heavily use through here. And of course, we'll give it the blue kind of carpet border. We really want to keep this thing consistent because this is kind of really the main hallway, and you want people to be able to instantly recognize kind of where they are. So there's all that. Cool. So these gate agents are built, so we're going to expand the queue line at this point. Now let's do something a little different. We are going to have kind of 2 shorter queues and then 2 longer queues in here. The reason being is that I want to have actual first class kind of ticketing going on here. That's not something we messed with before. So we're going to assign this to the lower one. This is first class only. This one can be assigned to that as well, and also the one above it, which will be assigned to first class only. There. The upper 2, these will be coach only. Alright, and we can assign this one to that as well. And I want to see if that helps the boarding time or not. I really hope it does. We'll also need to assign all these to the actual terminal and gate. Alright, no more warnings, right? Requires aircraft gate to be assigned. I believe I did that. I did, yes, okay. It took a little bit to update, but we're good. We actually have progress being made. Other than that, let us go ahead and maybe assign our first plane over here. Start making money off of it, at least, while we continue work. So, well, let's go into airline interest and take a look. So these guys down here, Aerostar, looks like a pretty good one. These are all going to be 777s. So we're going to have a night and a morning flight. Alright, so we can do that. Let's take a look at the schedule. We are going to also, I think you can do this, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you can kind of expand. You guys can't see it too well, but you can expand the length of these. So these are bigger flights. You need more time for boarding and unloading your passengers. So we're going to just space these out. These are going to be quite the long boarding processes. If you take a look like that. And that should also give the people a decent amount of time to maybe hang out in the airport more, because that's not something a lot of them do. So 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. So these are 12 hours apart. Alright. And then I want to try and squeeze in maybe another one from a different airliner. Probably in the PM area. So let's check out Atlantic. Boeing 707s. Probably small. Yeah, nope. Not really what I want. Pacific? Nope. Starflight, a 767 is 250 people, which is pretty good size, so we'll accept that one. We'll schedule it. And there it is. So this one's going to noon, and it's going to be, oh, maybe 12:30, just to space everything out. Again, these are kind of our larger flights, so we might as well space them out a little bit more than normal. Not really our major money makers, but they do provide probably a nice little boost. If you want to take a look, our total gross income has went from what 110 to 140, so we gained about $30,000, which would be pretty cool. This will start taking effect basically now. Where is that thing? A4, yes, so it is scheduled to arrive eventually. Now, as we go through and start getting aircraft really landing at the same time, 2 runways is actually not going to be enough. We're going to need a third. And this is going to provide a good option for our planes. And also, I think it'll look cool. So here is the location of the third runway. And we'll have to add some taxiways onto it. Of course. Can't ever seem to get things to go my way in one shot, can I? Let's go ahead and just kind of modify the end here a little bit. We're just gonna demolish that and put a wall right there. Wow, forgot how many builders we had until they all come over here and they just really bang out this runway. Which is good. We need to upgrade it and everything like that, and we are broke. We have no money. I had like 300,000, and that is not the case anymore. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. Taxiway. These things are just so expensive. So I want to kind of rearrange this taxiway a little bit. We'll make this kind of a straight shot. Make this go up and then zigzag. I don't want to have a whole bunch of kind of spinning runways where the planes can kind of do roundabout-like elements, because I think that just looks kind of, well, lame. So we will do it this method and see what we can do with it. Plenty of people in the airport. This is the most I've ever seen. Now the slowdown is in ticketing. I haven't had that happen yet. Okay, well, this is an easy fix. We had plenty of room in this area. And I kind of foresaw this a little bit. So I'm not overly worried about it. So we can do that and then just hire a staff up here and a staff down there. Assign this to that and assign this to that queue. So that's definitely, hopefully gonna help. I'm not quite sure. Oh, wow. Oh, this is the international flight. This is the 777 to the 400 people. Boarding starts in 30 minutes. We have people lining up. Oh, I need staff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, where are you going? Okay, no one's happy. 1, 2. I don't know why they're freaking... Okay, well, that plane is broken. Come on. Please leave. Wow, how long has that plane been broken there? It was negative 500 minutes late. All right, this thing's gonna leave in an hour. It's mostly boarded, so got plenty of time. I gotta make sure these leave at this point. the little plane keeps having dodge. Man. Oh, yeah, no, the first international plane left, so that's good. Let's upgrade this to have some runway lights. People are just landing everywhere. There's so many people in the airport. We have currently 703 total passengers. Another plane landing. This is going to be pretty consistent at this point. A plane leaving now, with another plane instantly taking its place. You can see this is going to get so busy, I might end up having to double up this little stretch here and here. Even though I just finished saying I didn't want to do that, I have a feeling just so we can get people through. Actually, maybe here would be good. And maybe here. I just don't want them side by side. It makes this really weird effect on it. And it also might be cheaper to just kind of do this in one little chunk, get kind of a big loop, and then another big loop. Oh my goodness. People are just missing their flights. But I have a feeling a lot of it is, yeah, we have one canceled, two canceled flights, which is just not good. I've never had that many in a single day before, so we'll see. And this thing is dropping off so many people. 325 just get injected straight into the airport. Our total passengers are over 1,500. Wow, look at all that. And these gates aren't even up yet, so this is going to hit 2,000. We're not prepared. I don't think we can handle this influx of people. Baggage claim. I need to combine these two areas because this northern baggage claim is just not working anymore. And I don't know why. Utilities, conveyor. Like, it's connected to this one. This other one's connected over here, but it just doesn't seem to really care at all. And I can't conjoin these for some reason. Like, it's really a little annoying. Because if I can't have two separate rooms, that means I'm just going to have to expand this baggage claim, get like 4 in here. Use this for maybe a food place outside of security. Possibly. We're also pretty broke. Is that another massive plane? 222. Let's get some of these new bathrooms up and running. We gotta start keeping people on this side. So we will do something like this. Find a door, of course. A door here and down here. Gonna make this thing the opposite. Let's also take a look at the environmental map. You can see kind of a bit of a mess slowly growing throughout the airport. We have a lot of janitors, but they're kind of far away from everything, so that's why I want to move that to this centralized location. in the long run. Okay, so this line's starting to move, which is good. Security. The airport's basically empty at this point. A little scary in the fact that it is empty at all. Let's grab some foundation. We're going to expand this in 2 in all directions. Well, that ended up being 3. 2 in all directions. I am broke. I have no money. Zones. Restroom. Where's all my planes? I guess I kind of don't have any really early ones. My earliest, I think, is 6 in the morning. And that's the 7:07, so we're about to get a huge rush of people showing up at the airport. I think this day will go better than the previously one. Things are a little bit more organized, but it's probably going to be a little rough. Wow, this whole group of people just don't know exactly what to do, how to go about the quickest route. Like, some of them come down here, then they realize up here is more efficient, and so you get this kind of up and down motion throughout the whole terminal, which is kind of interesting to actually watch the AI figure that out. Oh, wow, that plane is so big. It's like 25% bigger than everything else. Oh no, here they all come. Yeah, you guys look happy now with your luggage until you get to the baggage claim, and then you're going to be very sad. So yeah, we're going to try and upgrade to about 4 here. Unless this is working now. I mean, sadly, the baggage claim, they don't really show me luggage coming here. But that's okay. Let's just get this ready. Dismantle, dismantle. We will then clear out the new walls. I'll just sell this little wall here. Have to think about the runway problem as well and the taxiways. So we'll get a taxiway there, and then we need a decent amount of money to connect that bridge across. You leave in an hour. I think I can get about 100 of you guys in that within the hour. At least I should. I don't think people are really missing their flight anymore. It's kind of the still usual 1 to 5 people missing their flights. So I think that's within the tolerable range for sure. Nice, we have that loop done. So what we're going to do for our troubles, we're going to go ahead and just bump the prices up by a little bit. Just one more click. And this will probably be the absolute highest I'll charge. And that's just so we can keep these smaller airlines happy at the relatively low price and keep the bigger airlines paying because they are the ones using most of our facilities and really slowing things down. Wow, look at them all. They are broken. They are so broken. Okay, well let's save. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this little room set up a little bit here. Instead of making this like a cafe, I've decided that I might need some more just vending areas in general, and that's what I'm gonna do back here. So there's gonna be electronic vending kind of machines. There's also gonna be plenty of drink machines and some food machines. And then on the inside, we can just give these guys some tables. Just so they can get a little comfy. Provides them a little bit more with a proper area to chill in. Oh, all that gets built at once. Pretty impressive. We're also gonna have to look into adding an ATM machine around here as well. Yeah, I think there's fine. Let's get some flight information kiosks up as well. If I can fly in that, there we go. There's our displays. That's good. There. And here. And just like that, we have a decent amount of areas, and hopefully that will help people get to their flights on time. If you take a look at the information heat map, we have a decent coverage going on. None pretty much in this area, but then again, they don't really need it back here. It's really just they need it along the main kind of thoroughfare throughout. Still getting plenty of passengers via the international flights. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this planning, because the plan is complete. We don't have to worry about that. Let's build up some floor tiles in the restrooms. Alright. Make that look good. We'll then add the kind of brown pattern carpeting that we've been using in all of our terminals. It looks pretty cool. In here, kind of in the back lounge area, we'll probably just do a blue with black in the middle. It might be cool to kind of stripe this a little bit, just so we can get some pattern in there. Yeah, that'll look cool. And now we just need to keep adding little planters around. These go next to all of our pillars. Now this is going to create probably a major traffic jam outside, just due to all these deliveries kind of showing up at once, which can be a problem, as you guys have seen. But this is definitely tying everything together. It definitely looks more like a proper addition when you get some carpet laid down. Here's another plane, 314 people. And I think that's going to do us for this episode. It was a little bit long, but it does take some time to let the things construct, and for me to kind of explain my plans and hope they kind of work out through the episode. So if you guys are enjoying SimAirport, do let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like as always. Subscribe for more creative goodness such as this, and we'll be back where we get to kind of finish up the series. I think the next episode will be the last episode where we just hook everything up together, see our total passenger satisfaction, and then call this series done.